The piece of advice I give to him is, I'm like, Abs, bro, you got to make sure you get your money situation sorted, because it will make shit so much easier for you. You're going to have less arguments with your wife. You're going to have less triggers. You're going to have less things to worry about. You have to figure out, before you get married, you got to get your money situation sorted. You can't raise kids really, really well without having a good marriage. That's one of my strong beliefs, that a good marriage is actually going to elevate how you raise your children. Not to say that divorced people aren't raising good kids, but you can do so much better as a team than alone.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree with that, man. I do.
yeah.
And when I talk about our children being everything, like that video I shared with you yesterday, when I look at success with my children as being my children want to be around me when they're adults, that's a lag measure where I truly believe the lead measures are 100% what you said. Good health, good finances in order to create leverage with time and with experiences, and a good foundation to raise children, marriage.
Yeah.
100% agree. I would see them as my leads to the lag of being, okay, cool, I am successful because I got this. Just like if you had 6 kids, but you've got the financial leverage to buy back time and create experiences, those 6 will have a phenomenal upbringing compared to maybe one that's neglected in a broken home.
Well,
Definitely see that, man.
bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you this right now. Like, I wouldn't even consider having more kids if I didn't have my finances sorted. And what I mean by sorted is, if I didn't know what I need to do to make more money and produce. 100%. Like, and this is where you and I kind of differ, right? Because I actually had kids after, like, I was kind of financially stable. I had a company, I had millions of dollars. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, we have kids now, and it's easier. Most people have kids when they're broke, or like when they aren't financially stable. And I think that's the fucking hardest thing in the world. And you've been there, right? Because you had your 3 kids, you had your gyms, you had no money, you were in debt. And we talk about that as being like the unicorn. And I'm like, yeah, but that, like, I don't know. If you, a piece of advice I'd give to myself is, and something I give to Abs. Abs is 25-year-old, working with me, staying with me at the moment. The piece of advice I give to him is, I'm like, Abs, bro, you got to make sure you get your money situation sorted, because it will make shit so much easier for you. You're going to have less arguments with your wife. You're going to have less triggers. You're going to have less things to worry about. You have to figure out, before you get married, you got to get your money situation sorted. Like, figure out how to produce and take care and provide. Because if you fall in love now, like, you might fall in love, you might get married, then it's super hard to kind of like work through it and then like have to figure things out, because there's so much more at stake. You can't take as many risks, and because you can't take as many risks, you will not be able to build the businesses that you want to build, because you can't take risks. You're like, oh no, I need to stay safe. And the whole point of making shit happen, of being able to do big shit inside of your life, is taking bigger risks. Take all the risks that you want to do now to figure it out, because when you have your family, you've now got your wife, who, women, they need emotional and physical stability, okay, to operate. Kerry, I know that from her. She needs to know that, hey, like, are the kids going to get fed? Where are we going? How, like, can I rely on this guy to make money? Or fuck, do I have to go work? All right, so that was a piece of advice I'd give to Abs and my older self.